DOJ was told it would be career suicide to pull the trigger on Hunter Biden charges. Here's a clip.
Can't go on. A sitting president, meanwhile, taking the stand against his own Justice Department. That was the potential scenario revealed in a newly uncovered letter by Politico, detailing these negotiations behind Hunter Biden's now dead plea deal. Andy McCarthy, former assistant U.S. attorney and Fox News contributor. Andy, good morning to you. Betsy Swan had the scoop over the weekend in Politico. If you printed out that article, you're 15 pages deep. And you can't just crank out a story like that overnight. This had to take some time. What do you read into it? What was going on? What was the result?
Well, I hope what they take from it on Capitol Hill, Bill, is the way that this kind of intertwines with the scheme that they're looking at. You know, it's all very interesting about what happened with Hunter Biden, why they didn't prosecute him, what they'll do now that the deal collapsed. That stuff is all interesting. But, you know, in the big scheme, the Biden family influence peddling business, people are hand-wringing about where's the quid pro quo? Was he in business? Did they discuss business? And in the meantime, in the Hunter Biden case, here you have Exhibit A of how the scheme worked. You have these big, bad Justice Department prosecutors who aren't supposed to be afraid of anything. They got this guy dead to rights on a 10-year gun felony and tax evasion charges, and they're afraid to charge him. They won't charge him. The case is disappearing. The statute of limitations is running, but they're scared to death to charge him because they don't want to charge Joe Biden's son. They're afraid to do it. They're being told it would be career.
It is funny that the left does do that. They're like, hey, the Trump's family's all bad, and then he's using his power as president to do all this stuff. Yeah, right. They impeached him twice, and now he's running for election again. So look at all these nonsense charges that they're bringing against him.
Suicide to pull the trigger on a case like that. This is exactly what access to Joe Biden is. This is why people were willing to pay millions of dollars to get it. That's what the scheme was.
Yep.
And our most recent poll for Fox News is culprit number 2. When it comes to his foreign business dealings, Hunter Biden did something illegal. Well, in February, that number was 37%. In April, it was 44%. Today, it is 50%. And I have to imagine that the collapse of the plea deal was maybe something. But what about this idea that Hunter Biden's lawyers floated maybe the threat or the idea that they would call the president of the United States to the stand? How do you think that went over with the president's lawyers?
Well, I think we know how it went over, Dana, because he was never charged. I mean, I know I'm like a broken record on this now, but every week we talk about this, and every week I say, another week has gone by and there's no indictment. And the charges are disappearing. 2016's gone, 2015's gone, 2014's gone. Really, most crimes prior to 2018 are gone because they never indicted. All the tax charges prior to 2017 are gone. And this scheme only runs till about 2019 because they had to rein their sails in once Biden's 2020 presidential campaign got into full swing. So the case is disappearing day by day. But what we see in the stories that were reported over the weekend is they're intimidated by Joe Biden. They're afraid to charge a case they would charge in any other instance because of what the blowback is going to be against them career-wise, professional-wise, et cetera, if they mess with Joe Biden's son. And again, this is what these foreign actors were paying for.
Yeah. Shaking my head, Andy. That's what I'm doing. I'm SMH over here today.
I know.
By the way, do you think David Weiss testifies in October or September? Or is that just not even going to happen at all now?
No, that's not.
Yeah, I think he'll say now that he's a special counsel.
He can.
Now it's very different. It's an ongoing investigation.
I know. Nice to see
it's an ongoing investigation into charges that no longer exist because the statute is run
for infinity. Right. Thank you, Andy. Nice to see you. Andy McCarthy. There he is.
Very, very just crazy. Yeah, so this is just, more of the same with the Hunter Biden stuff. The more we learn, the more interesting it gets, right? It's like the DOJ is just told, no, don't do it. If you do it, that's career suicide. And then this is just after it came out that David Weiss, the new special counsel, he worked with Beau Biden, Hunter's brother, 10 years ago on a case. And and now he's the one investigating him. And the two senators, I believe, from Delaware, Joe Biden's home state, they're the one who approved this. So it's like, yeah, it's just crazy. It's very, very, very clear corruption. It's crazy people on the left just like bury their head in the sand for stuff like this. And again, the stuff with Trump that's happened with Trump, they're all like, oh no, get Trump, he's going to jail, yay, 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 let's have a party. They don't care about the charges. They're trash charges. They don't care. They don't care at all. And then all this stuff that Joe Biden has done, they just want to ignore all of it. They just project. They say that quid pro quo that Trump supposedly had with Zelensky from Ukraine. And then Joe Biden's on stage at CFR admitting he did it. Yeah, and then they just want to say it's backwards. Oh, the Trump, look at Donald Trump Jr., he's corrupt and all this stuff, and they're with Russia and all this stuff. And then we find out the Bidens, no, that's them. And they work with China, they work with Russia, they work with Ukraine, they work with a lot of people, and got paid a lot of money. There's a report that I did last month before I went on hiatus about how Hunter Biden is just blackmailed the what was his name? I can't remember his name. The guy from Ukraine, the Burisma guy. It seems like he came out and he was saying that they blackmailed me into working with him. He's like, I didn't even want to work with him. He hates Hunter Biden. He was saying that his dog is smarter than Hunter. He was just the whistleblower. Apparently, there's recordings of this. He was just going in, and he hated Hunter. He said he was an idiot. He's dumb. My dog is smarter. That's crazy. So not only Hunter and Joe are taking this money from these people, it seems like some of them, they're actually coercing them into doing it. Like the reporting at the time was like, oh, maybe he had the dirt on him, right? And then he was just like, okay, if you don't work with us and give us the money and work with, we'll work with you and get you off of this stuff, we're going to make it worse, So that could definitely be the case. And look at what they're doing with the DOJ. Look at how his lawyers are saying that they're going to put Joe Biden in the stand just to get leftists in general not to want to be doing any of this stuff. Don't charge Hunter, because if you do, Joe Biden's career is going to be over. And again, the left doesn't care. They're like, no, don't charge Hunter because it's all nonsense. And I don't even know what the left says about Hunter, to be honest. Like, straight up. I think they just say it's made up and it's false and none of it's true. But come on. We know it's all true. And they're just not going after him because of special favors, because it's the Biden family. Just straight up corruption. And again, I just think it's really funny because of how much they hate Trump and the crimes that they say he did, when it's all just nonsense. But they want to go after Trump so bad. But then Hunter Biden, no. He gets a pass on everything. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for daily news updates, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and share your thoughts on the story in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.